Hi, it's Tina. I got a new toy. I went to the Habitat for Humanity, and first time I'd been there because that's in the city and we have to drive a ways to get there. But I was curious, so I went rummaging around and I found a bread maker for $7. And it works. I got it initially for making chickweed, which is a form of seitan that's shredded and looks like chicken, shredded chicken when it's done. And I've made it once and I loved it and the family wasn't too keen. But because I like it, I'll make it for me and I can have it for my lunches. Anyway, it needs to be kneaded. Don't we all? Anyway, thought you'd like that little joke there. It needs to be kneaded for quite a long time, but that's not what we're making today. We'll do that another day. Today, I'm going to show you how easy it is to make oil-free bread in a bread maker, right? Because generally that's what bread makers are for. So this bread, and I have different bread recipes that will be in the Celtic cooking book. This one is like a French bread. So of course I'm not going to include it in the Celtic cooking book, but I'm going to show you how to make it today for free. Okay? So it's really, really, really simple and you won't believe how easy it is and how good it turns out. Now this is a really long process in a bread maker, so I'm not sure whether I will videotape the end. I may just show you pictures of the end result, the during and after, okay? If that's all right with everyone. So for this, you are going to need 4 cups of flour. And this is what I use, and you can use whatever you like. This is an organic all-purpose flour by Arrowhead Mills, and it is you know, non-GMO, which of course, being organic, it must be. But this is what I use. It's unbleached flour. And you can use wheat if you want to make your loaf wheat. Now, how this turns out is really tender and just fluffy inside and kind of crispy on the outside, like a French bread should be. So 4 cups of unbleached flour. Use whatever salt substitute you like. And for this one, I'm going to add this no salt. And I'm just going to use a teaspoon of this. Like I said, if you are not salt-free, go ahead and add regular salt or a low sodium salt. You do you. I'm doing me, okay? And then this is active dry yeast. And we're going to put 1.5 teaspoons of that. And then here's my secret ingredient, aquafaba. Now this is just under 1/2 cup. So just take a can of beans and drain out the liquid. And however much you get from that can, that's how much you'll put in. If it's 1/2 cup or a little shy of 1/2 cup, that's what you want. And it could be chickpeas, which are garbanzo beans. It could be white, northern beans. It could be kidney beans. It could... Black beans is going to color your breads, but that's up to you. Whatever can of beans you've got, drain the liquid, and that's what you're going to put in, okay? Now I'm going to give this a really good stir to incorporate what we've got in there so far. And then we're going to need just about 1.5 cups of water. Now I've measured out 2 cups just in case we need a little more. But last time I did this, it was 1.5 cups. So I'm going to add that slowly and just see how much we need. Now remember, a bread maker is going to need it, but we're not sure how much water we want. And since it's kind of hard to mix it and judge how much water you need if you're trying to stir it up with that little kneader in there. So I always just mix my ingredients in a bowl first and then I put it in there and let it go to town. You're just gonna incorporate that until it actually looks like it's gonna form a dough. All your flour needs to be in. And like I said, last time I did it, it was 1.5 cups. That doesn't necessarily mean that's what it'll be this time. If you've made bread before, you know it can vary a little bit for how much water you need. Okay. And that's what your dough is going to look like. Can you see that real well? Okay, and then just take that and put that in your little pan. Comes with your bread maker. There's tiny little pieces that broke off, and I'm just going to put that all in there because this machine's going to need it for me, and so I'm not at all worried. See? Just like that, and it's going to do all the work for me. Let me get a towel real quick. I always forget my towel, and then I've got yucky fingers. Now, this is a used machine, and yes, I've looked up the instructions online, and it has all kinds of settings, but I don't know what any of them are, and the instructions weren't really helpful because, you know, redheads are just blondes with bad tempers, in case you didn't know that. So basically, I just use the regular setting on this, which is 3 hours, and all I do is turn it on. And then I let it do its thing, and it will knead it and let it rest and let it rise and knead it and let it rest and let it rise, and then it will bake it. And about 3 hours we'll have some bread. And I'll take some pictures of it as it goes along. Hope you like this recipe. If you do, comment below, subscribe, share with your friends. We all need these recipes. We need help. We need motivation. We need salt-free, oil-free recipes. Am I right? Have a good day, guys.